It was quite a shock yesterday, being in the city, and then this news suddenly coming out about Tesco, and certainly, you know, how they're going to deal with it in the future. But it really has had a knock on their share price. So I'm just going to go through the details. Morning, everyone. Yes, Tesco's losing streak began in January 2012 with its first profit warning in 20 years. And because of this, its share price started to fall from the £4.13. Then in April last year, Tesco reported a surprise fall in annual profits, and the value of the shares dropped again. Then in July, the chief executive left, and the share price fell again, fell to £2.53, and after yesterday's news, it hit £2.03 per share, meaning Tesco has now lost more than half of its market value in just over 2 years. Now, later in the hour, I'll be looking at what's next for Britain's biggest retailer.
It's very interesting looking at that. Steph, thank you very much. More from you later, as you said. Thanks.
Here now.
Morning to you both.
Morning.
Tesco stuff today,
it's just
obviously.
everywhere. I think yesterday, as soon as we found out about it, just after that, everyone's just been talking about what it means for them, how could it have happened, who told them. Morning, everyone, and that's we're talking a lot about this week.
Thank you very much. More on Tesco later. Thank you. Group, morning.
Yes, morning to you both. It kind of rocked the retail sector when this came out, because, of course, it's the UK's biggest retailer, selling billions of pounds every year. Morning, everyone. Yeah, Tesco shocked the market with news that it had overstated how much money it expected to make over the first 6 months of the year, as Charlie said, to the tune of £250 million. Now, it suspended 4 executives and an investigation is underway. The news, of course, sent Tesco's share price falling 12%. That works out at about £2.2 billion being wiped off Tesco's value on the stock market. Well, with me now is Kevin. This is the end of all the bad news from Tesco, because earlier on I was explaining how over the last few years they've just seen their share price tumble with news after news, with problems, 3 profit warnings and a chief executive leaving.
It's 3.
Morning, Steph.
Yes, morning to you both. It's been a really tough few years for Tesco, so I'm just going to go through the kind of key points over the last few years in terms of how that's brought the share price down and the company's market value. Good morning, everyone. Yes, Tesco's losing streak began in January 2012 with its first profit warning in 20 years. The share price started tumbling. It was made worse in April last year when Britain's biggest retailer reported a surprise fall in annual profits, and the value of the shares dropped again. In July this year, the chief executive left, and the shares were now down at £2.53. And after yesterday's news, it hit £2.03 per share, meaning Tesco has now lost more than half of its market value in just over 2 years. So later in the hour, I'm going to be looking at what's next for Britain's biggest retailer.
Steph, very interesting to see that share price. Thank you.